What's going on, guys? Welcome. That's right, to the boys of Toxicity, man. I'm Jay Windu along with Craig 316 and the Star Wars Dad John. What's going on, fellas? Happy Friday. You made it. Yeah, what's going on, everybody?
We're here, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. Well, basically, man, we're bringing you this so we can, us grown ass men can just have something to sit back and release some stress and talk shit and laugh. And, so if you're drinking your beer, twist the cap. If you're smoking your weed, roll it. Uh, and whatever the fuck else you do, but do your thing. And otherwise than that, man, let's have a good time, man. So, what's up, guys, man? Let's shoot this shit, man. Let's talk, man. Let's
All
talk.
right.
Let's talk first on this Disney crap shit. We were on the subject backstage, but let's talk that. Um, what's going on with this stock rising now all of a sudden? I mean, I find that very very crazy because we were talking back there. Uh, you know, Craig hit something where it hit me, and I was like, wait a minute, that's right. They're going through all of these lawsuits and all of these trials and tribulations and shit within their business, and it's like all of a sudden the stock rises. So can we look at this through an angle where this is basically an entity that, regardless they spend and they lose in movies like they are now, and they're going to uh, continue to lose. Do you guys think that we can now look at this as maybe this is a corporate machine that will always be backed by this shit with the stock rising and always backing them and making them worth or whatever? Go ahead, guys.
All right. Well, there's not a corporation out there that's too big to fail.
Right.
However, Disney owns a third of the fucking world. That's not even that's not even a stretch. They own a third of the fucking world. So when it comes to newsprint, when it comes to television, when it comes to movies, when it comes to any kind of entertainment, and now they're starting to get into the streaming shit, which they're going to they're going to take a fucking bloodbath on that because goddamn Apple TV is going to kick their ass.
Yeah.
Um, and Apple TV's come on strong.
And Apple TV is going to have rated R content too.
So we know that their parks are doing bad. I mean, but that's been on a downswing for a while. We know that they've taken Lucasfilm's losses and put them into the park, which doesn't help the park either. But they're not showing you the actual losses from Lucasfilm. I mean, we do fuzzy math like that in corporations. I mean, it's part of the deal.
Yeah.
But because if they were to separate that out, the main investors would be going, all right, we need to dump this one. This has got to go. I don't care that you just spent $2.9 billion building these two freaking parks. And I don't care that they're still being built. At some point, you got to cut that fucking arm off before you bleed out. So the first thing that's going to go, it's going to have to be Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the biggest loser they got. Pixar's still kicking ass, and I don't understand why, because their stuff's been really shitty.
Yeah.
Phase 4 of the MCU is just going to be a damn joke.
The
I mean,
the MCU. This is going to be all female driven agenda bullshit.
And I can guarantee you, if Revan is turned into a female,
Oh my!
I will
God.
be the first one there to burn that motherfucker to the ground.
Dude, I don't think you're the only one. I think just about all of us real Star Wars fans will be there with you because Revan is probably one of the greatest stories ever in Star Wars.
It's the greatest, according to George Lucas, it's the greatest story that's never been shot.
Yes.
Right.
And if you read the book of Revan, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. So if you don't have the book of Revan, they have it on Amazon. They also have it at Barnes and Noble, and sometimes you can find it at Second and Charles. So if anybody out there doesn't have it and hasn't read it, you really need to read it. Because if I were to go through Revan's story right here, it would take me about 2.5 hours to explain the whole entire story from start to finish.
Shit. Well, now that you tell me that, Craig, man, thank you for that information because tonight I'm probably gonna smoke and listen to the audiobook of Rev.
Well, do so and take your time doing it, because if you want to listen to what I call a real character study, that is Revan, because Revan is someone that goes from the light to the dark to the light, and then he gets betrayed at the end of his life, man. I mean, it is a deep, harrowing story, dude. I mean, it is the only character from the old Republic that I could possibly think that would be as deep of a story as Revan would be Bane.
That would be cool.
I mean, yeah, the story of Revan is just it's you could make a ton. I mean, literally a ton of movies on just Revan.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, if Disney was smart, they would do Revan and do him correctly, and then do a trilogy on Bane.
Yeah.
And the trilogy would be Bane coming up through Korriban as just the Sith, rising through the ranks. There's no such thing as the rule of two yet. And the last movie, because you have the Jedi Civil War at this time, the Sith and the Jedi. And at the very end of it, you have Bane instituting the rule of two for the first time. I think that would be phenomenal if it was done. It would have to be, dude, if it's done right, it would have to be made rated R.
And it would be a great lead in story of Bane.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, because it all just ties in together. And Revan's story is
it's a tragedy. That's the best way I can put it. It's a tragedy.
He has the best intentions,
Mhm.
and ultimately does what's necessary in order to win. You just got to do what's necessary in order to win.
Right.
So he does.
You guys hear me?
All
Yeah.
right, it's Maze. What's
Okay.
going on, Maze or us?
Hey,
Amazing Maze is with us. What's going on, my bro?
good to see y'all.
Oh,
I
wow.
was just gonna say what I
Dude,
said on
dude.
Twitter, man.
You look like 3 guitars on the wall. That's a hell of a Halloween costume. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's my genitalia in the middle one. Anyway, the the
You have genitalia? Don't let John know.
yeah,
He'll tickle him.
He's a cupper. I'm just saying.
He'll
The-
tickle him, and then he'll want to cuddle either.
like I said on Twitter, guys, the Old Republic lore has got amazing women already in it. To fuck with Revan's gender it's not even, there's no point in doing that when you got all these other characters that are very well written.
Oh yeah, I mean you got Satil Shawn.
Yeah.
You got oh god, you got Bastila. You've got
Mission Bio.
Yep.
Yeah, there's just so freaking many.
God,
And
you got the Witch Queen. What was her?
Kreia. Darth Treya.
Yeah.
you got Treya.
Yeah.
Man, there's so many, and there's no need to. Plus, you got the Exile.
The
there's-
Exile, yes.
There's so many. I mean,
The
and
hero in KOTOR 2 is a female.
they're all badass. Why mess with them?
Yeah.
I mean, that's taking a woman with a perfect set of titties and cutting them bitches off, and then
Yeah,
Why?
exactly. It's like it don't need no fixing. Fuck is wrong with people? This is
Just let me
exactly what
juggle
we're
them.
saying.
I just want to juggle them.
Yeah, let's make Kira Carson a guy.
Listen, he was just saying, hey, Maze, check this shit out, man. Greg was just saying a couple of fucking minutes ago that imagine if they turned fucking fuck, who was it? Who was it? Revan
Revan.
into a chick. gender swap. Imagine that.
You know, in the second game, there's a line where one of the guys says, or somebody says to you, well, maybe Revan was a female, depends on what you believe. It's because in that particular context, Revan was a kind of a legend at that point in KOTOR 2. But, you know, I never thought for a minute Revan was anything other than a guy, and they confirm it when they bring his, like, half ghost back in the Old Republic.
Right.
When he has to come back to fight basically himself.
Well, have you read Revan, the book? He is definitely a dude with dick and balls.
He
You
has
know,
balls.
Yeah.
I mean, a human male with dick and balls. So,
That love interest with Bastila is really important to the whole story arc. He had to be male.
yeah.
Well, not
Yeah.
nowadays.
I mean, she kind of helps redeem him in that game.
Well, all I know is that tonight I'm gonna be fucking listening to a fucking ebook of Riven.
The Book of Revelation is I don't know how many
It's
times,
amazing.
but it's a lot.
Yeah.
It really is a lot.
I mean, it's absolutely amazing. But see, it's sad today when we have fan films that are better quality than what Disney's pumping out.
Yep.
I mean, and I'm not even talking about the fan film that Star Wars Theory did. That was good, but there's many other fan films that we see here on YouTube that the quality is so much, the storyline is so much better than the regurgitated bullshit that we're getting from Disney right now.
Yeah, I don't have any
Well, I
faith
mean, you're
in.
getting from people that know absolutely nothing about Star Wars, period.
Yeah.
No matter from the beginning to now or anything else. I mean, you could have introduced new characters and just made them good. But you did it wrong from the beginning. And then Demon Golf Ball from Hell comes in for number 2. And I think he did it as the ultimate mind fuck.
Yeah.
And now, like I said a year and a half ago, JJ is just going to try and give you a reach around and blow you to try to get you to back watch it.
I call JJ if you want a franchise destroyed, give it to JJ, because look what he did to Star Trek. I mean, he just absolutely obliterated anything that was good with Star Trek. I mean, come on. You destroyed Vulcan. Out of all planets in the world, you destroyed the Vulcan homeworld. I mean, really?
Ridiculous. Wow.
I don't think
Right,
JJ
but
thinks
just think-
those decisions through.
Right, but
Stuff
think
like
of the
that.
implications afterward. I mean, look at all the opportunities afterward. What opportunity?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to go over here and blow the bridge up so I can't get back home. Hi, my name's JJ Abrams.
Yeah, pretty much.
Uh,
Pretty much.
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I've been getting emails with information and everything else, but you know, when it comes down to it right now, Disney is on this, you know, or Lucasfilm is on this. We're going to throw out some information and try and find out who's leaking this shit.
Yeah.
So they'll throw out some bad info, and they'll throw out a different info, and they'll throw out a different info, and then they'll follow the damn stream of whoever. So that's why everything that I've always put out there, I've always questioned it first.
mhm.
Never said anything about it until I got a confirmation, because I don't want my people outed.
Right.
My people have been there forever. They worked for George Lucas, and right now, man, it is just they're going through so much fucking shit inside of Lucasfilm right now. It's well, according to two of them, it's the worst job they've ever had now.
Well, answer this. I know the entire storyboard they're gone. They've been fired, the entire storyboard. But how does Pablo Hidalgo still have a job?
Pablo is supposed to be the one that's the keeper of the lore.
Right. That's
He
what
is
I'm
the
saying.
one that is supposed to tell them, hey, this is what this person can and cannot do. This is what this person can and cannot do.
Yeah.
But I think Pablo's gay son has either butt fucked him or turned him trans or did something else to where this fucker can't think on his own anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I mean, because Pablo was the keeper of the lore for Lucas.
Yes.
He was the one that told him it was okay to do this, and no, you can't do that with that character. And the first thing he wants to do is start killing fucking people.
It's crazy.
And then, of course, turn Luke into the biggest freaking vagina there is, without inserting a cucumber in it. Just bad stuff.
He said without inserting the cucumber in it.
Well, I mean, that would make me mad because I'd be like, damn, I was going to eat that later on tonight. Now it's going to taste like fucking cucumber.
Oh, shit, man. Yep, that's right, man. Peace to my brothers on the check-in. James Clark, Art and Entertainment. No doubt.
I can't see the chat, so if James is in there, what's up, James?
No doubt, brother, and peace to Kal-El, especially. What's going on, man? Maze is with us as well, and everyone else on the check-in.
Yeah,
man,
I'm getting ready to open up the computer so I can look at the chat. But
yeah, definitely. This Star Wars shit, it's on my last nerve. You know what I mean? A lot of things are happening. Certain people are taking shit to the ass, and I'm just telling everybody, just relax. Look, I'm making my testimony like I always do, right? And now that Craig is here, I'm happy to do it again, bro. You know what I mean? Craig has been on the fucking money. All right, you guys. When I was talking about fucking, person who is involved and has stock, and these are the only people you should listen to. People that actually have a fucking actual solid foundation behind this shit that's going on. Well, this is who I was speaking of, and he put it out there a long time ago, and a lot of fucking channels out there, which I'm not gonna fucking name, but you know who the fuck you are, were making fun of it. They were all fucking with their fucking heads up each other's asses. I'm talking about social media centipede, baby. You know what I mean? And these guys were just fucking tickling each other's tonsils, you know what I'm saying, through the anal cavity, while fucking Craig was out there just telling everybody that what the fuck was going on, and people didn't want to.
we're talking about a fucking year and a half ago. So, I mean, I'm not fucking Nostradamus, all right? I can't, I'm not Nostradamus, so to know shit a year and a half in advance and the way shit's going and everything else, I mean, it's, yeah, I mean, you do realize that some things do change, but yeah, I was the first one to throw it out there that Palpatine was going to be in it. I was the first one to throw it out there that they had signed Hayden Christensen. Now, whether he's going to be in it or not because of certain other scenes that they want to put in there, I don't know. Because they still haven't made up their mind. And I've seen articles where they said Hayden's actually out. All the scenes are going to get deleted. But, dude, I'm telling you, they're still editing this son of a bitch right now.
Yep. Yeah. And a certain heavy hitter channel today published a bunch of shit. And, I'm not even going to say his name. But the whole time I was thinking, first of all, a lot of this shit sounds like bullshit, but a lot of this shit just sounds like what Craig was saying last year.
Yeah.
So,
he was saying it the year before that. Craig was saying this shit for like, but at least from fucking The Force Awakens, bro.
As a matter of fact, right after The Last Jedi came out, and I started with the JJ tells Ryan to fuck off video.
Yep.
From then on, so every video from then on, you can pretty much just look at and compare to exactly how this shit's going to be. And that's exactly how the shit's going to be. I mean, they had a game plan going in. Of course, he had to rewrite some shit. I mean, that's going to happen. And when it comes down to editing, he's going to have to rewrite some shit. But even if he rewrites it, we already know that Anakin, or we already know that Hayden Christensen had already shot his stuff. I had call sheets for him. I had call sheets for Ian McDermott. I had call sheets for everybody that was going to be in this thing. Nobody else had a call sheet. Nobody else had Kathleen Kennedy's fucking contract. And I even went against G&G on their own fucking channel and told them, no, her ass is not going to be fired in September. And then I'm damn 2 weeks later, she's not fired in September. She already has other contracts that are done. So she's done after this last Indiana Jones deal, but she's hands off. And I already told everybody a year ago, Ryan Johnson's not going to get his trilogy.
We knew that.
Coming back.
I think everybody knew that other than Ryan Johnson.
Well, Ryan Johnson knew it too. He's just been trolling everybody's ass ever since. Ryan Johnson knew about, I don't know, I guess about a month and a half after after the last turd came out, that it was done. I mean, it was done. Iger wasn't happy with it. Kathleen had already shown that she didn't know what the fuck she was doing.
Fuck that. Listen, I see it like this, man. If all fails, right, Craig? It's time to tell him. Okay, you see that behind Craig? Craig is creating the first fuck me Padme bot. And, shit, we're going to make lots of Padme bots, okay? They're only female models. We don't know if we're going to hire females to make male models, for females, but we're gonna definitely have the Padme fuck me bots. And it's better than a pocket, but it's gonna have a removable vagina, and guess what? It's gonna be called the Force Pocket Pussy.
It's gonna come in it's gonna have 3 different inserts. So for people small like James, for people like me, there'll be a really big one that you can still stretch out, and then for the medium-sized people, there'll be one for them. So.
Well, speaking of Disney, though, they own pretty much everything. And on top of that, they own ABC. They literally own a major network, ABC. So, they've got, anytime they want to spread propaganda, that's all they have to do is use ABC.
Right.
I mean, and for, what was that, about 3 weeks ago, every damn show they did was, all their characters were in Galaxy's Edge, all the shows they were doing. Like, the Goldbergs, and the show that came on after that, they're talking about doing a Grey's Anatomy show in Galaxy's Edge. I mean, what's really,
I mean, it would be easy to shoot there. Nobody's there to get in the way.
Yeah. But with that being said, though, if you saw the news today, okay, ABC actually teamed up with CBS to track down this whistleblower for the whole Epstein whistleblower to get this person fired. If you're CBS, you're sitting on a powder keg that could ruin one of your major competitors. So why would you team up with ABC to make them look good? It makes no damn sense to me. Who is sucking whose dick? That's what I want to know.
They all sucking each other's dick. These fucking.
Yeah, but I want to know which one's best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know which one's best. Who takes it deeper?
Yeah, and then you have NBC that wasn't part of it, but NBC is woker than the other two put together.
God.
You can't turn on MSNBC. You got damn Rachel Maddow over there. That
you mean Ralph Macchio?
Yeah.
Bitch look like Ralph Macchio. I am a man Who will fight the Russian collusion?
She's about as bad as
Damn, that's some funny shit.
Mhm.
That bitch
I
look
love
like
that.
Ralph fucking Macchio, bro. She got the DA, the part, and everything. She got Dick Ward's part from fucking Batman, bro. That bitch look crazy, bro. That bitch is fucking nuts, man.
That's
Speaking of fucking Rachel Maddow, and let's get into politics. Yo, is it me or does fucking who is this? What the fuck is the name? Is the bitch look like Calabas from fucking Clash of the Titans, the first one, the original one.
Waters, dude.
Maxine fucking Waters. There we go. Look at that. I forgot, and John fucking knew what Calabas looked like, and he put them together, and he helped me with the name. That's how fucking true it is, man. That's the impeachment. And then you got the crypt keeper, Nancy Pelosi. This bitch got to keep her fucking. Have you noticed it? Like the way she talks, she's like, and we're like, she's got to hold her palate,
Shit.
her fucking.
I think she's holding her teeth in.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, and not only that, I mean, we all know the bitches was in bed with the cartels, and of course with fucking the guy El Chapo, right? That's his name. Now, I think she's a cokehead, bro. I mean, you could tell because a lot of cokeheads lick their lips, and if you can tell, there was one time people thought I was fucking playing until they know. She was right up on the panel when this whole impeachment shit started, and you can see like her hair, and she had some white shit on there. And I was like, this bitch just took a hit in the back. Adam Schiff looked like he just took a 8 to the face. All fucking day, that fucking wombat in the face looking motherfucker. Don't he look like a fucking wombat?
I think Nancy Pelosi's big problem though is I think she's suffering from mild dementia, dude. I really do, because half the
And
time
alcoholism.
That's that cocaine, bro. Trust me, the bitch is a cokehead, man. She a cokehead. You can. That's 100% her and fucking dick sucking fucking Kamala Sugar Daddy Brown fucking Harris. That chick too, bro. You can hear it all in their voice, man. I know what cokeheads fucking sound like. They are fucking the whole DOC, bro.
Now, I gotta say, talking about Democrats, though, we just had one that just left office for, fucking her entire staff.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever her name is. And I gotta say, she was kind of hot, dude.
I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah.
The blonde one, the one that was brushing the other chick's hair naked.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a clitoris on her fucking. What do you call that column?
The one you whacked off to last night, man.
Yeah, exactly. No doubt, Crisco.
But she was actually kind of hot, but she was a California Democrat. There you go. That's all you got.
Okay. She blamed it on Trump having to resign.
Yeah.
I got naked because of Trump. Great. Way to go, bitch.
There's a double standard.
Yeah.
There's not a double standard. He didn't screw the people that were working for him. He just screwed additional people.
Yeah.
Right. That bitch
he screwed a penthouse model that was hot as shit. So
it's fucking crazy, man. And then did you look, and I don't want to sound fucked up when I say this shit, but have you guys noticed that once everything got focused on Elijah Cummings, he passed away? Like, is it safe to say, like, God don't like ugly in this situation, bro?
Dude, there is a real thing called the Trump curse.
Ooh.
Have you noticed anybody that has come against Trump and spoken out about Trump? Dude, they suffer consequences. Not from people, but like godly consequences.
Yeah, it's not Clinton's side.
Yeah.
You're not shooting yourself in the back of the head 3 times with your hands duct taped together in front of you and committing suicide.
Yeah.
Definitely, because then that's something where we just have to sit back and just say as we comfortably cross our legs and fold our hands and say this also leads us to believe that we do not believe that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself.
Now let me say this much. Talking about Jeffrey Epstein, this is what pisses me off so much about Disney and ABC. Because why didn't they run with the story? Because they were afraid.
John, wait, hold on. Before you even go further, I just want to say that we're all gonna agree here. There's a reason I'm cutting you off. Tell me that reporter wasn't hot.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I will jungle fuck the shit out that chick.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
sorry. Go ahead. Just food for thought. You know.
We had to get his hornyism out of the way.
Yeah.
But ABC was afraid they were going to lose their access to the throne of England, that they wouldn't be able to interview the Queen or, her sons and Kate and everybody else. And the throne of England was threatening ABC if they didn't drop the story. That's bullshit, man. That's just pure bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine the countless victims during that time while they were trying to quash that fucking story, man.
Well, hell,
I mean, they had Clinton. They
yeah,
had,
I was about to say they had Clinton nailed with the story.
They had Prince Andrew nailed. You know what? They've had the whistleblower nailed for the past 3 weeks, but they're too scared to say his name. Well, guess what Donald Trump Jr. did today?
Yes.
I loved it.
Yes.
Listen, Joy
Behart.
Since y'all ain't gonna do it, I'll tell you who it is, because what are they gonna do to me?
Listen, did you hear what he did to the View?
Yeah.
He destroyed. Oh, he destroyed them bitches. Oh my Lord and Lord. Oh my God. Listen, Joy Behart, you fucking cunt. I just want to say, you did do blackface, bitch. Okay? Because you did. You had an afro.
A little bit.
You had an afro. You came out and called yourself an African queen. First of all, I think you're Jewish, right? I don't want to put her out of a Behart. I think she's Jewish, right? Yeah, it's safe to say that she's Jewish. How the fuck are you an African queen? You have no percentage whatsoever of African in you, you stupid cunt. And you come out here race baiting like that, and then now when the table's turned on you by the same guy that you and the rest of these fucking paddles came out and say some shit. And Meghan McCain, if your name wasn't fucking McCain, exactly what the fuck is it that you do that's so fucking important that people have to look at you through binoculars and say, let's shut the fuck up while Meghan McCain states a fucking statement. Who the fuck are you guys? And you the most fucking, you look like a fucking washed up poodle. You look like a fucking wish from a child somewhere in fucking Cambodia who wanted a poodle and the fucking broke genie just gave you. What's that other bitch's name? The dark-skinned chick, what's her fucking name?
Are you talking about the lawyer?
Yeah, and that's another thing. Lawyer. She's not a fucking lawyer. First of all, you were the first one to say that fucking Trump Jr. was in collusion and all this shit. Now he got in your face. You had nothing to say. His wife was right in front of you. Mind you, she's a bad. Right in front of you. And what happened? You had nothing to fucking say. All of you. And then Whoopi Goldberg wants to come out of nowhere. When you said that fucking whoever the fuck his name is, which I don't really fucking care, half rape, didn't really rape. He didn't rape. What the fuck is wrong with you people on the left? I'll tell you exactly what's wrong. You lost. You're fucking crybabies. You were the guys that were in the fucking area in the aisles of Walmart and every other fucking store, kicking and screaming while you were put on timeout. Your parents failed you, so you're coming on here now, and all of a sudden you want things your way. Notice how things are swinging these fucking cunts' ways. Everything. Second place is now first place. There's no such thing as fucking attrition in anything that you do in your life. They're trying to change our culture when we should be sitting back like retired folk that we are in life. Fuck you, YouTube, right? And we're supposed to be sitting back in life and watching them fuck their culture up, because that's exactly what I'm doing. As a 45-year-old man, I'm sitting back laughing at these fucks, kicking and screaming, trying to pick and pry, screaming revolution, gentrification, And speaking of gentrification, if it's out with the old and new and in with the new Disney, why the fuck is it that you have to take the old in order to make a foundation in the new? You know why? Because that's how it's fucking done. The thing is, you're trying to make it look like a new standard, and it's not. Fuck all you guys on the left. You guys are fucking retarded. These sons of bitches in Switzerland hit the fucking Hadron Collider in 2012, and for some reason, we hit the Twilight Zone, baby. We hit the Twilight Zone. Everything is reversed. A man is a woman is a fucking man. Bad is good. Good is fucking bad. What the fuck is going on?
Dude, Craig and I, we are probably two of the most critical people on AOC. And the other day, when she came out and was endorsing anti-police in New York City, I'm just sitting there like,
fucking horse face, Mr. Ed's fucking niece. This bitch needs to just shut the fuck. I don't even think they have a muzzle that'll fit that fucking mug.
well,
and people in New York City wonder why the good people are migrating south. You ever heard of the comedian Nick DiPaolo? Dirty motherfucker.
Yeah.
He just left New York City. Guess where he moved? He moved to Georgia.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And he loves it there.
Yeah, and
We're all
fucking
dirty down here.
Right, Craig. and check
That's
this
why
out,
they call it
Maze.
the Dirty South.
And check this out. So much of climate change that these sons of bitches are buying fucking territory and they're buying fucking land and nice fucking houses and mansions in nice, warm, exotic places. So much for the climate change.
oh, dude,
Do you see the contradiction in that, fellas?
so Greta Thunberg, you know, the little 16-year-old running around, the world's going to end in 12 years.
Man, say it. Man, this is the fucking
How dare you?
We are the boys of toxicity. Call her like it is.
Yeah.
The little bitch.
So,
They threw it away.
Someone should arrest her parents for basically child abuse, dude. For, you know, filling her head full of this bullshit and actually allowing their damn daughter to, you know, basically fucking be brainwashed, dude.
And they're letting the little girl speak, and she sounds fucking ridiculous and out of order. I mean, look. Now she can't get back home because she refuses to travel in shit that'll get her home.
Yeah.
But yet
And
they flew her ass to Canada.
right.
Yeah.
You were on a plane once.
Yeah.
Get on a plane again.
And she made even more of a carbon footprint, though, with this trip, though, because she refused to fly across the pond to here. So she took the solar powered, you know, boat to get here. Well, they fucked up, though, because they could have flown just her on a plane, but they had to fly 4 people back to Sweden or wherever the hell it is that she's from. So that's 4 people with 4 carbon footprints on an airplane having to go back.
Yep.
Then 2 of them have to sail the boat back to the U.S. and then 2 of them have to fly back to the U.S. So you just quadrupled your fucking carbon footprint from 1 person to all these trips made by 4 damn people. Makes a lot of sense.
And John, when you started talking about her carbon footprint, I immediately thought you were going to make a hot air joke.
I wanted to. I had to. We're talking about a 16-year-old, so I have to curb my, you know. I mean, I got to give her a little bit of room because she's still a kid. I mean,
yo, guys, check it out though. But Khalil says, and it's true, Greta is Damien with pigtails.
Yeah.
What was it? Somebody posted a meme the other day. I think it might have been my dad. It was, you know, just comparing like a kid from 10 years ago. That you remember that kid that designed that thing that's supposed to like clean up the ocean trash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just comparing the two of them, saying, you know, what a difference 10 years can make. And it was, you know, basically saying that in hindsight, this kid is, you know, at least trying to do something.
Yeah.
Well, hell,
inventing something.
This blows my mind, though. Canada, in the past 6 months, one of their scientists has come up with some chemical equation that, when mixed with water, it absolutely 100% eats plastic, and it's biodegradable. It's got a half-life of like 2 days or something like that. So it'll absolutely eat all the plastic that it gets on when mixed into water, and then be done in 2 days and be absolutely harmless.
Wow.
And AOC called it racist.
So
Called it
things,
That's
fucking
because
racist.
things that help humanity progress.
She's the biggest freaking racist there is.
I know.
Yeah, she's nothing of that. I think just labeling her that is too much for her to fucking handle and actually be. Like, she couldn't fit that shell of a racist. The bitch is just a dummy.
Dude,
Let's call a spade a spade. She's just a fucking waste of life. I
she
mean,
doesn't
look,
have any
check it out.
original thoughts of her own.
Can you fellas agree with me here? Let's get toxic. Fuck it, because they're gonna call us this any fucking way. Don't you think she was better off doing porn?
Dude, I hate
I
to
think
see it.
AOC was better off doing porn.
I think she could suck a mean one, but dude, I think that shit probably smells. Dude.
I think her best. I wouldn't even fuck her. I think since she's got big mouth, I think her best fucking the best option of doing her is sticking it straight down her fucking throat.
Yeah.
Just straight throat thrash the bitch. Like, shut the
Do
fuck
you-
up. Just shut up.
Yeah, do
You know what I
really
mean?
think that somebody who doesn't even know what a garbage disposal is
My goodness,
should be-
imagine
should
Craig.
be making laws for the freaking United States?
Craig, imagine throwing a fucking rotary phone in front of this bitch with an answering machine. Old school. Imagine that. Imagine the lost look on this fucking horse-faced bitch's face.
No, just all you got to do is put her in front of people that she's interviewing while in Congress and cut her handlers, and she won't have the first original thought what to ask, what to do, because anybody and everybody that's actually asked to debate her, she's actually not said no. She has ran away from them. I mean, literally ran away from anybody that has wanted to debate this woman.
Well, I mean, if you watch her during any of the congressional hearings, everything that comes out of her mouth is about a white supremacist this and a white supremacist that, and how the white people are the ones responsible for the carbon, and then the white people did this and the white people did that. Wait a minute. Did your mom and dad not fuck?
Man.
Well,
I'm just wondering, because
the new one
apparently
for
their
me
mom and
now
dad
is,
too.
what are they calling it? Colonialization?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is this shit? You know, I'm like,
I'm starting to believe.
Colonialization happened in 1492. That's when colonialization happened.
yeah,
And then for them to turn around and start talking about, the change of immigration law, what they did is they just made it clear. It's the same immigration statute from 1996 that Bill Clinton actually put into law. The only thing they did is they just clarified the meaning of a state charge. If this is going to be a state charge, in other words, if this is going to be somebody that is going to be a ward of the state where we're going to have to pay them money, they're not going to be able to do anything on their own. They're not going to be able to take care of themselves, their family, everything else. Only thing they did is they just cleared up, because it wasn't broad. It was actually pretty clear already. But since the Democrats don't seem to understand that anybody who's a state charge or illegal immigrant, period, is a state charge, which state charges means you're a drain on the economy.
Yep.
Which is the people that you're not allowed in here. And if you are granted asylum and you come into our country and you become a state charge, then you're to be deported. Okay, this has been in there since what 1886 or 1886. And then it was revised again, I think, in the 30s. And then, of course, it went through the big revision in 96. And the only revision that really went in there this time was just defining exactly which benefits were not going to be given to those that are of a state charge. And of
Speaking
those
of,
benefits,
I'm glad you
none of
say that.
them,
Yeah, I'm glad
absolutely
you
none
say
of
that
them
because
affect children.
if you go to California, they give full medical benefits to people that are not U.S. citizens.
Wow.
Which becomes a state charge,
Yes,
which means you should be deported.
yes. But people that are not U.S. citizens get better medical coverage than American citizens in the state of California. Isn't that fucked up?
Well, I mean, what do you expect from a toilet bowl?
Yeah.
Do you expect it to smell fresh? Would you drink from a toilet bowl? I'm
Fuck
just
no.
asking. The
Fuck
water
no.
that goes in there is nice and clean, but would you
Fuck
drink from it?
Yeah.
Fuck no. Nope.
And speaking of, let's talk about Elizabeth Warren. Let's talk about $52 trillion. Not billion, not million, but $52 trillion.
Man, that is the fucking dumbest shit ever. This bitch, listen,
She's nothing but a panderer like Obama was.
yeah, I mean, these are all fucking Obama politics, man. It's just fucking retarded, bro. No matter who you vote for, bro, it's all gonna, just go Trump, bro. If you want shit to be normal, man.
Here's the thing with her plan. And if you go look at her website, it's actually up to date. There's a tax calculator, how much corporations or how much you would be paying in taxes. And guess what? It doesn't add up.
No, it doesn't.
Matter of fact, it's about 50 trillion short over the next 10 years.
Damn.
That's a lot. I'm just saying.
How
So
about
if you don't think that
much?
your taxes are going to go up, or
And
you
then
don't
they
think
wanna-
they're going to sit there and just, run through what money we have until it's completely depleted because there's no other way to subsidize our income, which, I mean, luckily Trump is subsidizing our income.
Well,
They want to
Anytime
get
you
rid.
make
They
a
want to
trade
get rid of
deal,
the tax cut. They want to get rid of the fucking miraculous tax cut that he put in place, which is balancing practically everything. And these fucking
well,
dummies just
they
want to
keep
cause
going,
order by
but they keep
chaos.
going with this narrative that big corporations don't pay taxes. I've got news for you. They pay a ton in taxes. We're talking about billions of dollars in taxes.
Yep.
Now, do they get tons of write-offs? Absolutely, but they're still paying taxes. Every employee they fucking have, they're paying taxes on. They
Yep.
still have to pay taxes on everything that comes out as profit. If you not think that, like Amazon, just for instance, because they're the closest trillion-dollar company out there, if you don't think that they're making a profit, even though they're putting $42 billion into new ways in order to deliver, make things faster, their own delivery service, this and that, and everything else, and R&D and new facilities, and okay, that's still
Insurance and all the rest of that shit for their vehicles.
they still have profit.
Yeah.
And that profit gets taxed. And they keep saying they don't pay any income tax. That's not true.
that's not true. That's not true at all. And let me, for anybody watching, clarify how much money $52 trillion is. The military budget for one fiscal year is in like $52 billion for the 5 branches of military, all right? To run all 5 branches, $52 billion. That's covering bases, that's covering pay, that's covering weapons, that's covering aircraft. Does anybody know how expensive just one damn fighter jet is? Like the new F-35 costs $32 million to produce. Okay, that's just to make the plane. Then you have to keep maintenance up on the plane. Maintenance on the plane is just as expensive as making the plane itself, and that's just one fighter jet. Then you have all the base personnel, etc., 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 etc. That's why the military budget's like almost $530 billion, which is absolutely massive amounts of money.
Damn.
Which is $530 billion. That's like only $500 billion.
Yeah, that's
Half a
1/10.
trillion.
Yeah, it's actually 1/10 of what she wants to spend for Medicare for all.
Yeah.
1/10.
Yeah.
She's ridiculous, and then all of these guys are trying to argue with us, talking about, oh, why are we putting so much money into our military? Motherfucker, do you not understand that the reason why we are so superior is because of our military and our technology as well? Like, besides, it's just a whole bunch of shit that they just want to knock down that was already there. They just they're just trying to fuck us over, bro.
And I tell you, man, you gotta love Trump. After that shit that happened in Mexico, Trump calling the damn president of Mexico and saying, "Hey, you want help? I'll bring you the military, and we'll take care of every damn cartel motherfucker there is."
Can somebody explain to me what the fuck this policy that this fucking faggot fucking president from over there got with this shit, with this guns for hugs, or bullets for hugs?
I don't even know. But
that was the response he gave. It's we have a policy here that's hugs for really. So they're shooting and killing you, and you're willing to trade that for hugs?
Yeah,
you hug a slug, motherfucker.
Well, I look at it like this: Mexico, they don't have the tanks, they don't have the choppers. Just give Trump the damn go ahead, and we'll roll fucking tanks in there with fucking attack choppers. We'll take them out in a week, dude.
Bro, there will be no more. That shit will not exist anymore. They don't understand that we just need one stealth bomber coming from Northrop and Grumman. That's all we need. One stealth bomber. That's it. Just drop one and it's done. I'm telling you, son. They will not grow fucking pot or whatever the fuck it is they grow over there. Okay, that shit will not grow for like the next 75 fucking years, bro.
Hell, you don't even need a stealth bomber. You just get a fleet of fighter aircraft, man. They use the new AMRAAMs now.
Yeah, but the reason why I say a stealth bomber, my bad, John. The reason why I say that is because, I mean, think about it. These guys aren't fucking, Boy Scouts, man. We can't take them lightly either. They have money, which really shows us that they have, access to technology because they have money. So these guys, you're gonna have to sneak up on these motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. You take a fleet of fighters, man, and you're flying at 40,000 feet, right?
Right.
You drop an AMRAAM, and you follow that AMRAAM. It's computer guided all the way to the target. 40,000 feet, you're not seen. They're not going to hear it coming. Bam.
Yeah, because we can't take them. We can't take them to guerrilla warfare, even though we'll win. But they'll resort to shit like, within the little villages that are there, with fucking hostages and shit. And then we gotta, then our troops have to face hostages situations and shit like that.
Kill them all.
Get real fucking
Kill them all.
No.
I'm playing, man. I'm playing.
I know. But I'm just saying, like, you understand what I'm saying, though, right, John? Like, that's why I think it would be a bad decision to take them on the ground. We would have to do some shit like you just said, straight up from the air, fucking Archangel, boom, just drop them. It's the only way.
Yeah, get the intelligence on the ground where they are.
Yep.
Make sure the dude's there. Paint it with a laser, let it ride.
Yep. Because if you paint a target with a laser and you launch per se like a Tomahawk missile from like 2,000 miles away, right? The accuracy is within 3 feet. Dude, that's insane.
All you got to do is paint it with a laser, man. It's going to hit.
Yeah, if you're painting it with a laser, the accuracy is within 3 feet from something from like 2,000 miles away. Now
that doesn't require a whole division to go do.
Right.
Yep. and just send like 2 Abrams in there. Two
I mean,
modified Abrams.
after you get the third big boy, the rest of them gonna be running.
Oh yeah. That's when you send in the Abrams. Boom. That's it. It's double the place after that. I mean,
I mean, I'll volunteer. I'll go.
And how do you guys feel about the scholar of Al Qaeda dying?
Oh God,
Oh God.
that could only come from
It's like every
CNN
time.
and-
It's like every time that some kid was killed robbing a house, or stealing a car, or anything else around here. He was such a good kid. He was such a good boy. He's been arrested 42 times. He is 17 freaking years old. Yes, sir, buddy. He was a fucking choir boy.
Exactly. It's time
Yeah.
to.
It set a precedent. The media's gonna fucking do that now every time one of them goes down going forward.
because Jay is like me coming over to your place, man. And you go to the bathroom and I steal your wallet, and
Yeah.
the police come and arrest me, and I make the defense. I had to take his wallet because I'm better than him, and he's a black man, and I took his wallet because it was there. You know, not the fact that I take responsibility for what the hell I did, but I put every bit of the blame of me taking your wallet on you.
Right. Right.
It's your fault for having a damn wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's how shit is, man. I'm telling you.
You should never have money.
Yeah.
The Democrats oppress y'all motherfuckers. You should never have money.
Crazy.
But yeah, the black community doesn't. Well, I don't know. They're waking up to it now.
Yeah.
That the Democrats have kept their ass down. And there's a reason they've kept their ass down for all these years.
Well, I wish the black community would wake up and actually realize that it's the Democrats that created the KKK.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's right in front of them, and they know this. They
Yeah.
fucking know this. This is why I look at the African Americans that are on CNN that are just trying to go along with this fucking this civil war fucking it's not happening, bro. People are not out there being called out of their fucking race. This is all fabricated. It's all 3, 2, 1, okay, go. And then it happens. Notice that. I can go to the store here in Florida freely where I'm surrounded by white folk 24/7 and nothing's happening to me. I'm not being called a spick, a nigger, nothing like that, a fucking redskin because I'm Cherokee Indian, nothing like that. It's
Dude,
only shit. It's only shit like
I'll tell
on
you this much.
YouTube.
Someone did that to you around me, I knocked their ass out, man.
But I'm saying though, it's only shit. It's only on shit like YouTube and social media experiments and channels and stuff like that, where people have a device. So if you have a device, people that love sabotaging shit are trying to sabotage that device as well with that bullshit. That's where you're gonna run into this shit.
Well, I can honestly say this. Craig and I, we get attacked on Twitter all the damn time. I mean,
Right.
But I hate to say it, but we love it too because, we love getting knee deep into shit, But these weird ass damn people, I can't say I've met any of these people anywhere near where I live, man. Not a one. Now, I did a job in Pensacola, where I had a purple-haired crazy chick bump into me, and she went off and everything, and I just walked away from her. But I've never really met any of these weirdos ever, dude. They don't exist around me. I mean, not here at least. So, this is
If they did, we just call them pussy.
yeah.
And then
I mean,
they move out of the way.
these people have got to be a small minority because most people are going to work. They come home and what are they worried about? Getting dinner done, getting their kids to bed, making sure their bills are paid. They're not worried about, white rice is now racist.
Right.
Most ordinary people are not worried about this shit,
Didn't it get brought up recently that a white pet is racist or some shit?
I have no clue. If that's a new one for me. If that's, I don't know.
Look, I just want to put this out there since we're talking about race, right? This is just food for thought. Now, I don't want anybody out there taking this the wrong way, but what do albino people do now? Just saying. Just saying. What are albino people going to do now?
They're fucking racist.
Right? Right? I mean, in today's fucking standards, an albino person, would they consider them fucking racist? I mean, come on, let's talk about it.
Oh, they'd have to be the racist of the racists, man. You know, they're whiter than the white guys. So
that's crazy, man. It's fucking retarded, man. These standards. And this is what I was just saying. You know, we as old guys now, you know, much more mature gentlemen, we have to sit back, you know, like retired people do, because our culture was rich. We are innovators. We have seen it all enough. So these young motherfuckers could suck off the titty of our fucking culture, right? So all we could do is just sit back and watch these motherfuckers self-destruct and kick and scream because they can't do what we did. They can't have what we had, you know, and it's their fault that they just don't want to open up their mind the way we did and understand that what came before us, we shall not fucking criticize, but only research, simply because it makes us better to know where the fuck we come from in order to have a solid foundation and grow the fuck up. Because you need a guideline growing up. Everybody does not know what the fuck they're doing. Our parents learned off of our grandparents off of our great-grandparents. Why? That's the way of fucking life. Today, these people want to be like, yeah, I got it. And then what happens? When they fuck up, they don't want to be corrected. They don't want to be told the mistakes they made. You know what they want? They want a fucking hug with diamonds on the arms and shit, with a trophy behind it, patting them on the back. I got nothing but spiked dildos for you guys, so you can go fuck yourself with that shit.
Spiked dildos.
Fuck that.
You know what? As I was telling John earlier, I think a lot of them are projecting their own shit on us. Mm-hmm. They're too young to understand shit. And I mean, like, you know, they think we couldn't possibly know how to respect women. No, douchebags. We've known since we were little kids, and we were disciplined for being disrespectful to our female elders.
Exactly. Chivalry was passed down to us. This is how we got pussy.
We already know this shit.
This is how we got pussy at such a young age. This is why our statistics, okay, regardless we had fucking babies having babies, we were taught, you know, and we, of course, you know, their responsibility. But the thing is that to this day, there are fathers out there our age that taking care of our fucking kids. And if we're not, it's because of the fucking rotten mothers. But that's another thing. But you know what I'm saying? You got to understand that. You know, we know what the fuck we're doing. You guys don't. Sorry, Mace.
No. It's totally cool.
I wanted to be the Perseus fucking sword to your statement.
Goes back to that lazy enabling parenting shit that's been happening for the last 20 to 30 years.
Yeah.
They're letting the state take care of the upbringing, and by the state, I mean the schools.
Yeah. And then what do we get?
That's why college is what it is now, and people are just acting so mortified by it. I'm like, this has been in the fucking works for a long time. Right.
Yeah, in a very long fucking time. And what upsets me is, you know, when you make a choice of laying down with a chick, especially in this fucking era, like, think about it. None of these chicks have nothing to offer but pussy. In our era, at least the dumb chicks, they didn't know how to shut the fuck up. But they gave you conversation after we fucked them, so they were more interesting, right? Dude, you know?
I can say Maze can agree with me here. I would not want to get out in that dating world again. I've been, you know, with the same person for, you know, God, you know, since God was a boy now. But, dude, I'd be afraid to try to date again.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, I'm watching my 22-year-old son go through saying he's MGTOW and not, you know, really putting his heart into it anymore. I mean, he'd rather just play the video games and surf porn. I mean, that's
very good.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all.
That's awesome, bro. And you know why? Number one, I would be scared of death to fucking date in this era, in this culture. You know why? Number one reason. You don't know what the fuck a woman is these days. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You wouldn't know what the fuck is a woman.
Well,
You
it's
wouldn't
this
know.
bad. It's this bad though, because I hire and fire, and as everyone here knows, I travel all the time for work, right? And I refuse to travel with any females whatsoever. If I'm going to go do a job, I'm going to go do a job with a male, and if he can ride with me to the job, back and forth from the job, great. But you will not send a female with me, because I'm not having anyone ever come back and say, he just looked at me wrong.
That's
you know,
right. That's
or
smart. That's
yeah.
smart, bro. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Mike Pence 101.
James Clark said, "Damn social media."
Hell yeah, man. That
Well,
shit.
I mean, that's true though. I mean, social media has been the big pain in the ass.
I don't think it's as much as social media. It's how you use it. It's people that use it. See, look, we know how to fucking use social media. We know how to relax. We don't get out of hand. It's people that would like what May said. People want to be heard. People want to be out there fucking acting out and fucking putting their emotions every fucking where. And it's like we don't give a fuck. We don't care what you're doing. We don't care if you fried beans 5 seconds ago and then later on you had a peanut butter and jelly fucking sandwich, and then you fucking suck dick while you're watching the Mary Tyler Moore show for the first time in your life. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care.
It's boredom. It's an entire generation of young people that don't have the perception of what the world was like before the internet.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's not even so much even Facebook, dude. It's Twitter, man. Twitter is like lefty trash. I mean, Twitter is just a universe of just, dude, you want to talk about toxic? Stay on Twitter for about an hour, dude.
And Facebook as well. Book as well. Let me tell you something.
Facebook's starting to die.
Facebook is really race book. Okay? That shit is race book. Like they only keep you around the people you're friends with. The algorithms fucking suck. They ask you for $5-10 every fucking 5 minutes of your fucking time there to boost your post. What the fuck am I gonna boost a post for? Why, if I want to say good morning, why do I want to spend $5 to boost that fucking post of saying good morning to 10,000 more fucking people that don't know me? I'm not saying good morning to 10. I mean, God bless them, but I don't know 10,000 fucking people that I'm gonna spend $5 on a fucking Monday morning to boost a post just to say good fucking morning. What are they giving me back?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to sound like if I'm self-centered or I'm just saying, like, it's just the way you use the social media. It's how responsible you are, and the material you put out there. If you're an artist, you put your art out there. You meet other artists. You stay within that circle of artists. You meet other things. You know what I'm saying? You try to invite your friends, and then sometimes it's not even your fault. Sometimes you invite friends, and then you got other fucking wannabe friends that are just dickheads, and because they see a good-looking chick that you got to connect from a friend that you met through the art world. Let's just say for being that artist, this guy thinks he can just fucking step into your fucking connection. That's what's fucked up about Facebook. That you can't even have friends without, the fucking wolves trying to fucking hit on your female friends as well. I mean, there's so many problems with Facebook, so many things, and like I said, it's just the responsibility of using the social media platform and how you use it.
And Jay, before I forget, I Googled Maxine Waters earlier on images, like the top 3 rows. I swear to God, she looks like Bill Cosby doing the purse lip thing. I swear to God, first 3 rows of pictures.
Oh shit. That's fucking crazy. The Jello pudding. Yes, Camille.
How about some semi good news? And I think I've already told John this. A YouTube guy out there is doing an animated Heir to the Empire. He's already got 2 chapters up.
Nice. Are they gonna be free? Are they gonna be for YouTube? Or is he? I mean, 'cause he can get some serious money going to Netflix with the shit.
Oh, dude,
What-
I
what-
just did on Bing. I did a search for Calabas lookalike, right?
Tell me they didn't put Maxine Waters.
Maxine Water was the number one
And
pick.
I was the first one to think of that shit. You guys know that. Holy shit.
Zeus, what about my son Calabos?
We won. Oh shit, we won. Oh,
Oh, good lord.
we fucking won, guys.
Dude, okay. I can't wait to do this though because Jay's
Wait,
gonna
wait, hold on. Did you guys see Tulsi Gabbard in the workout video?
No, but I want to.
She just released a workout video.
I'd love to,
I just want to let you guys know that. Yeah.
but okay, she's hot, dude, but
She's fucking
still very, very, very progressive.
Yeah, I'm progressive.
Wasn't she in the military though?
Yeah,
I know that
Yeah.
doesn't make. I know that
Still
doesn't
active. She's still
make
active.
make her necessarily the perfect politician, but
No, but she, oh my god, bro, I will balls deep in that chick. No disrespect.
but Jay's going to be with me on my birthday at Universal Studios, right? Something we got to do is, they've got where you can meet Donkey, from Shrek. We got to live stream and walk up to Donkey, right? And say something like, AOC, is that you?
I will do that shit. Just hold the fucking phone up. I'll
make
do
sure
that shit.
you put it on Twitter. Make sure you tag her in the tweet.
Yep.
Oh man, AOC, is that you? Hey, Jeffrey.
Damn social media, indeed.
Yes, sir. Hold on. Damn social media.
Poor James. He's probably not even there anymore.
No, he's there.
He
He's
comes
there.
in and out.
James is in the house. Man, Khalil as well, man.
Dog getting him a beer.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Shit, I'm brushing the beard down. Hell yeah. I'm letting my shit grow down. ZZ Top fucking status. Fuck it. You only get old once, man. Well, a couple of years, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I feel bad for James right now, man. He lives up in Ohio. They're about to get blanketed, with, Maze, you're probably even worse. You're up in Minnesota, man.
Yeah,
Are
but
you
let's
blanketed with
It's been
snow?
32 goddamn degrees all day. I'm waiting for the snow to fall. It's just a matter of time.
It hasn't hit yet.
No, there's no precipitation yet.
It won't yet.
We're
When
all
we
in the
get-
warm. If it
It
makes you
won't-
feel any better, we're all warm.
It won't yet. But once these fucking hurricanes start blowing in about a month from now, bro, I feel bad for you guys because that's when the snow is gonna kick your ass. That's fucking climate change. That's what's happening. You fucking left retards is climate change naturally. That is climate change. You cannot capitalize off of fucking natural fucking causes of fucking life. Get the fuck out of here on any means of transportation. What are we giving out today, guys? I got fucking roller skates. I've got the Slave One. I've got I got a lot of things for motherfuckers to get the fuck up on out of here with that bullshit. Because I mean, this climate change shit. No, man. No, there's no such thing. You believe in climate change? Anybody on the fucking panel?
No. I believe, dude, the earth goes in patterns. All right. It's how the earth works. I mean, we heat up and then we cool down, and then we cool down even more, then we heat back up. I mean, the earth has its own damn patterns about its own damn weather, man. I mean, scientists have said if the United States cut their carbon emissions to zero, it would not make a difference of a 1 degree on the earth whatsoever.
Only thing I believe in as far as that goes is this. Growing up in Dallas, it's hot as hell there. I noticed that the burbs around us, like Lancaster and Plano, and you guys don't know these names, but outside the city core, they would get hit with tornadoes a hell of a lot more often than the city core would. And I just figured that's heat, just people concentrated in one area, all that concrete. Everybody just living in a place where a little bit of concentrated pollution can maybe affect the weather a little bit, but that's not like a permanent thing. Everything else,
I got hit.
I'm with John.
Yeah.
George Carlin said the planet is fine, the people are fucked.
I got hit by the third largest hurricane in recorded history here. Hurricane Michael, a Cat 5 hurricane that just absolutely destroyed my town, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did climate change cause that? No. No. It's a natural process of the earth. The earth releases heat from the southern hemisphere to send it north to alleviate heat. It's the natural parity of what happens with the earth, man. I mean, come on.
It's called weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cold weather.
And hey, let Antarctica melt. I want to see what's buried under there.
A lot of shit is buried under there. Everything that fucking started is buried. Oh my god, let's get into it if you want to.
I'm all for Antarctica melting because then
Dude,
I
I'll
would
bet
have
you.
I would have like oceanside view right here.
Dude,
Bro.
I'll bet that, there's a shit ton of gold down there, man.
But I mean, it would take a long time to melt through 6 miles of goddamn ice.
Yeah.
Well, lots of people believe in the alien shit, ancient civilizations, all that crap.
I think if we
I'm
get,
pretty
I
sure
think if
they'll-
we
I
get
mean, they've
half
already
the, po-
found-
I think if we
they've
get
already
half,
found
the,
something.
I think if we get half the population down there, right? Everybody drink beer and pick one fucking side to just piss on that ice. I think we can get it done in like 5 hours, Craig.
I'd go down there and I'd drink a beer, get drunk, man, and maybe shoot a penguin, roast a penguin, see how a penguin tastes.
Right? I'd do some shit like that. I'd
Yeah.
try a fucking penguin.
Fuck that. I'll have some sea lion steak.
Oh shit.
Yeah. From what I hear, walrus is pretty damn good too. So
Who the fuck ate what? What the fuck? Who the fuck eats walrus? Where the fuck?
I
Who
don't
have
know,
you
but
been speaking?
penguins
Eskimos,
fucking
maybe?
taste like chicken.
Yeah,
And that's
probably
the only place
does.
you can find them.
Who have you guys been speaking? Who the fuck do you hang out with that eats fucking walrus, man?
dude, when my dad was in the military, he was stationed in Alaska, and they had walruses everywhere.
Yeah. Eskimos.
And those Indians up there, man, they eat the shit out of walruses, and they
What
say it's
the-
fucking delicious, man.
Polar bears, too.
Fang tooth fuck is that, bro? Eating walrus? What the fuck?
They also got that. Some of them have that weird habit of eating raw meat, too. Which
Yeah, that I heard. Like,
bloody raw meat.
I don't know what it's called, but the Eskimos up there, they've got this substance that it's just pure like whale fat that they put in mason jars,
yeah.
and they put it on everything, man. It's nothing but just pure fat. They scoop it out and put it on their meals. It's disgusting. I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm alien in and talk to melting us.
Big boys boxing it out. What's going on? Piece to 76 as well, who joined us, no doubt, man. Yeah, I'd say right now, man, it's fucking weird out there, bro. I mean, I think what we'll find out there is just a lot of ancient ruins and more answers. I think answers, a lot of fucking answers, man. I also think
you're gonna find civilization there.
Also, yeah, exactly, Craig. And I also think, Craig, that I mean, you also got to understand. Okay, we have all this desert, right, and all this sand. Like, it's weird. Like, where the fuck does all this sand just stay in one place? Something must have happened. It looks like that one area was vaporized, right? It looks that way. Everything was fucking disintegrated, because when you look at it, it's all fucking sand, and when you look, there's still trees around there as well, and it's like, has anybody passed through the desert with some type of device that reads radiation to see if Maybe
Well,
nuclear.
look at the Sahara Desert, man. It used to have an ocean on top of it.
Yeah, it
I
looked like
mean,
everything was vaporized.
Well,
and
also in the Sahara, what they found is they found green glass.
yeah,
Now,
Yes.
where the green glass is from, of course, would, just like any explosion or any high heat around sand is going to turn to glass. But they found it over a 600 by 600 mile area.
yes, green and the yellow glass. The yellow glass actually emitted radiation.
Yeah,
Now, I mean, that could be something as simple as, you know, an overhead explosion of a meteor,
Mm.
or it could just be, hey, we've been around for a long freaking time and just nobody knows it because we all fucking destroyed ourselves and this is the second time. Or it could be from restarting on the Matrix.
Yep, yep. I mean, there's
I
so much we don't know. So much we have no ideas on. I mean, from one side, on the spiritual side of things, what goes on behind the scenes to scientific facts that we will probably never solve, you know.
I started reading Asimov about in the last 10 years, and I started getting into the idea that there have been civilizations here before, like complete ones, and they're wiped out without a trace, and that millions of years of time can be, that's what wipes out the trace. And it kind of makes me think, when we're gone, there ain't going to be any trace of us either.
yeah, yeah. It's like didn't the Aztec something like that, or the Mayans all disappear like fucking once or something like that?
You had I think it was four major civilizations that all of them died out within like a 50-year time period.
Yeah, like what kind of fucking shit is that, man? What the
I
fuck?
Well,
I
you
think
know,
that was probably some virus
the
that was going through, man, that wiped them all out.
The pathogen's always the most likely to get us.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fucking the
the thing is, we're not exposed to you know, certain strains of bacteria, viruses, this or that, and then all of a sudden, bam, everybody else that comes over has been exposed to them, so they have built up antibodies. Well, the people that aren't exposed to them now have no antibodies and no way to fight against it.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of years back, I remember reading a story out of Russia. Some scientists, the article read, scientists studying 55,000-year-old super virus they found in the ground. And I'm like, why the fuck are you digging it up? Why are you messing with it?
I know,
You'd
right?
be
It's there
surprised
for
at
a
what the
fucking
CDC
reason.
has.
Leave it underground. Don't fucking dig that shit back up, you son of a bitch.
No,
Yeah,
that's like,
you'd
we
be
had pretty
surprised
much
at what the
destroyed.
CDC has and this is no shit. The CDC, especially here in Atlanta, because it's the home for the CDC, you'd be surprised at the viruses that they keep at the CDC.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they could literally wipe out the entire human race with the shit that they have there.
Well, just think about it.
I don't doubt it.
None of us here, our parents had it, the polio vaccines. Remember that?
Yeah.
Pretty much all of us, their parents had the hole in their arm where they actually got the vaccine.
Yeah, like 21 puncture wounds or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, none of us have been vaccinated for polio.
Actually, I have.
You have?
My mom said I was vaccinated for polio on the military base in South Carolina
Nice.
when I was a baby.
Nice. But just
You got the
imagine,
T virus, all of you. That was funny.
but just imagine one person coming into the U.S. that has polio now. Imagine how it would just decimate.
Well, to quote comedian Bill Burr, I remember the Ebola scare a while back. He said, I don't know much about it except it causes this unbelievable urge to go to the airport.
Shit. Oh fuck.
I fucking love Bill Burr. Anyway,
Yeah, Bill Burr's a fucking man, bro.
yeah, the way that I don't know if y'all ever saw The Stand, the miniseries, or read the book by Stephen King. I can picture it starting out that way, like a super virus gets loose from a military base, and that's all she wrote.
That was a hell of a book. The miniseries was corny as hell, but you got to remember when it was filmed too.
I mean, King didn't even have to try to explain the bad guy at the beginning. He didn't have to try and explain it. Just military bioengineered super virus. That's
Yep.
all he had to say.
Yep.
You're on board with it. You're like,
Yep.
oh shit. End times.
Yeah, man, that'd be some scary shit, man.
It still is. Just the idea of it.
I
That
mean,
shit scares me more than nuclear war.
I'm thinking about it now, man. Just imagine, a virus is out there that it's like sort of like Outbreak. You guys ever seen Outbreak with Dustin Hoffman and Rene Russo?
Yeah.
That was and Kevin fucking pedophile Spacey. I mean, it was pretty good, but just imagine a virus that'll turn you like. You guys ever seen 28 Days Later?
Yeah.
A rage virus. Imagine that shit.
Well, hell, look how far we've come with science, though, because remember in the 80s, early 90s, if you got HIV, it was a death sentence.
Yeah, you were fucked.
Yeah.
You were dead. Now you can take medication where you can't even detect the virus in the body now. If you have herpes, you can take a medication where you can't detect that you have herpes. But what it's going to take now, when something hits, when some pandemic hits, man, it's going to be a massive super bug it's just going to wipe people out. I mean, I'm thinking it will be like some mega flu, because you and I just had the flu, and you know how bad we felt. Imagine what I call like a super flu.
I think it's gonna be like a flu where people are gonna be walking around like if they look dead, like if they're walking dead.
Well, it's going to
But
come
it's
from
just a flu.
California.
Yeah.
It'll come from California. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
serious because of all of that fucking. Because think about it, there are a lot of things that are airborne. TB, fucking. A lot of things that are airborne, and that shit. That's all you need. That you carry that shit, man. Oh my god, man.
San Francisco.
Typhus. So yeah, man. Oh God, man. God bless them, man. God bless anybody who's out there. I just hope they they get that shit under control, man. Because that's all we need. I mean, look, you already had motherfuckers out there with designer drugs thinking they were fucking zombies, smashing their heads through windows, biting people's faces off, eating it. What kind of shit is that? Walking all twisted and demented in the fucking
I call
street.
that shit fucking awesome in target practice.
I think it would take just like one trash strike, like in Joker. Remember in the movie? Well, did we all see Joker or no?
Yeah,
I
think
have.
Joker. I have.
Well, in period New York City, the early 1980s, they go through the idea that there's the trash people are on strike, the trash collectors. So the city's extremely filthy, and I don't know. I think that would be. You need to see that movie, John.
Awesome.
I'm planning on it. I just haven't had time.
Awesome fucking flick, bro.
But well,
It really redeems DC. It really does.
Oh yeah.
Look at California though, because especially LA and Orange County, where you have Skid Row, dude, they're talking about viruses and diseases that have been eradicated for thousands of years being back. We're talking about leprosy being back in Skid Row. People are getting fucking leprosy.
Yeah, and times, brother. Plagues.
Let the Black Death happen again.
Shit, the Black Death though. Our science wiped the Black Death out. Just get a shot of penicillin in the ass and you'd be good. They didn't know how to wash their damn hands back then. That's one of their damn problems with Black Death. But
Yeah. Back then they wiped their ass with leaves and shit.
All over the friggin' road out there aren't washing their fucking hands. So.
Yeah. Back then they were wiping their asses with leaves and they would get in their fingernails and cook and touch each other's food and shit.
like at the start of the 13th Warrior. Remember they were passing around that nasty ass bowl.
Yeah.
And they were all snotting in it and shit.
Oh, yeah, Maze. Oh God, what the fuck?
Even as a hardcore guy, that one made me kind of almost turn my head and wince a little bit. I'm like, shit, that's some nasty shit.
Fuck, bro. That shit is crazy. Yeah, man.
But yeah, and that made me think of another Bill Burr joke. He says he's like, you know, it was something like Ebola or the plague. Just let it burn through one time so that you could, you know, you'd feel bad about it, but you could go through like I don't remember what he said, the Lincoln Tunnel during rush hour and get there in like half the time. You feel bad about it. But
I got everyone on tonight. Let me ask. I talked to Maze about this about a week ago, but Craig and Jay,
Yeah.
Randy Rhoads or Van Halen, dude?
Van Halen is one of the two reasons I picked up a guitar, but Randy Rhoads, he's on another plane. He's on another level.
Yeah.
I play
Yeah.
more Randy Rhoads than I do Van Halen.
I wish you would have said Jimi Hendrix, but yeah, because that's
See,
my favorite.
Well, I mean,
what I
I
love
don't
about Randy
have
Rhoads,
the
he
I
studied
don't have the
classical
access to.
guitar before he ever picked up an electric guitar.
I play more Randy Rhoads style than Van Halen style, even though I mean I'm a Kramer head,
Mhm.
but I still play way more Randy Rhoads.
Yeah.
I do
See-
like Eddie Van Halen style. I mean,
And his choice in gear.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the 5150 amp series that he made with PV, that's one of the greatest out of the box amplifiers on earth.
Well, hell, I studied his Frankenstein guitar, dude, and I don't see how this man put that thing together because the pickups he had on that guitar shouldn't have worked the way they worked. The strings that he had on it shouldn't have worked with the pickup that he had. I mean, the entire
talking about
guitar shouldn't have. What's that?
You're talking about the Frankenstrat?
Yeah.
The Charvel Frankenstrat.
Oh well, I mean, I can explain to you exactly how all that worked. I mean,
Please share.
because considering I built every one of my guitars, I mean it's because he started off having a Fender bridge on it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, a Fender bridge, when you have the pickup in there straight, which is now why they have, if you have a Floyd Rose, your pickup will have what's called F spacing for the Floyd Rose, so it doesn't have to be crooked in order to line up with the string.
Mhm.
So what he had to do to make that pickup work, which he just added some more coils. He coiled some more wire himself around that pickup to make it a little hotter.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
When he put the pickup back in, of course, he had to turn the pickup. It wasn't an option because of the bridge he was using in order to make the coils on the pickup actually be underneath the string. His dummy pickup up front never even worked.
Nope.
He couldn't figure out how to wire it up, and of course his switch that came on the Strat, your toggle switch, your 3-position switch that come on the Frankenstrat, he took that off, and that's what's actually in the middle. So I mean, the reason he's got the quarterback there was because everybody knows that a Strat bridge you can't keep in fucking tune for nothing. So he basically just locked it down. And once the Floyd came out, he just loosened up on the screw because he just locked it down altogether away from the bridge because the Floyd's not going to go out of tune.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know that Frankenstrat, they get it confused because everybody refers back to his white and black Strat that he was playing, and they think it's two separate guitars, and it's
Now
actually
it's the same one. He just repainted it.
yeah, same guitar.
Yeah.
Eddie pioneered a couple of other things with that guitar. He figured out, for one thing, how to. He may have done it working with Seymour Duncan, but I'm not 100% sure. He did figure out how to wax pot the pickup on his own, which it basically involves you dip the pickup in candle wax, and it
use the paraffin wax on it.
It shuts the pickup up. It prevents it from squealing and shit. He also figured out you can get a much more interesting sound, the brown sound, by direct mounting the pickup into the body wood. And if you look at any of his guitars since the Frankenstrat, pickups are all mounted that way, straight into the lumber.
Right.
Rather than being suspended by springs.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just tone wise. I mean, we've done the same thing for a long time. I mean, of course, the screws are still in there, but we make sure that the pickups are mounted all the way down. I mean, where does the tone resonate from? It resonates from the freaking wood. So you don't want that resonation to be gone through the spring.
Now, I got to say, one of the sweetest sounds I've ever seen, and I never thought it would work, but I got my hands on a carbon fiber acoustic guitar. And like I said, I thought it would never, ever, ever work. But the highs were high and the lows were low. And it had a very bellowing sound. It was absolutely fantastic. And it was a short neck guitar instead of a long neck. I mean, it was a beauty. And instead of being, shiny black, it was that flat black, from the carbon resin. Oh my God, that thing was amazing. But you're talking $6,500 for a damn acoustic guitar.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they get into the price of a good used car, I have to think about that for a while. But I mean, I've always had as far as expensive guitars go, I've always had a PRS on my list, specifically the 513. It's a work of art. But the guitar manufacturing techniques have improved now to where they've got a lot of crazy shit out there that works that doesn't seem like it should.
Yeah, and like I said, I never thought that carbon fiber would resonate the sound that it actually resonated, because you think about carbon fiber, sound hits it and it dies. It didn't with this thing. It was beautiful. I mean, it was just beautiful.
Shit,
I was like, wow,
I need to pick up a fucking distortion pedal, man, for my shit.
You still looking for one, Jay?
Yeah. I mean, I just gotta save up. You know what it is, man? I'm into this diorama thing so bad that I haven't been able to save up for one, but I will though. But I'm gonna take up the I'm gonna get the one where the site you told me to get it and shit.
Amazon? The Behringer pedals? Yeah, they're super cheap for what you get.
What the sound you want, because if you want like what I call rock, what you think of as like 80s rock, the Yamaha's great, man.
Yeah, I want something rough.
Now there's overdrive pedals and there's distortion pedals. If you just want the pedal to totally create your sound, you want a distortion pedal.
Yeah, that's what
if you actually want to, if you got like a little tube amp and you want to overdrive it, then you get an overdrive or a gain pedal.
Yeah, no, I just want.
Or you get like what I got with like the Boss ME50, or I got two different ones. I mean, I got like 300 channels.
Yeah.
That I can choose from.
Or
that's like a full signal processor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you want any sound that you want, Jay, get a synthesizer. Don't you have one, Maze? You got a synthesizer?
Yeah, I've got a Yamaha. I forget the model number on it. I only get it out when I need to record keyboard stuff, but it's Yamaha makes good synths.
Yeah.
You can look on eBay right now and get like the ME25, which even comes with recording software that you can record directly into your computer with. But it's going to come with 60 channels, and they're all customizable, and it's every effect that Boss makes in a pedal in one pedal.
What kind of price are you talking of?
The ME25?
Yeah.
Now you can get them for about $155.
Oh, that ain't bad at all.
I would love to get a fucking guitar where the body is the fucking Millennium Falcon.
I've seen that guitar, man.
Yeah, I like the bass. That not the bass. The guitar. It's a 6 string. It's an A wing.
Yeah. I've seen the Millennium Falcon. If I could post a picture, I'd show it to you. But um, I they've got one that I've seen that's the Falcon, and then it's completely lit with blue lights all the way around it.
Yeah, that's the one I seen too. Yeah, that shit was bad fucking ass, bro.
But the sound wasn't very good coming off of it, you know. But just saying, I've got a Millennium Falcon guitar rocks, man.
Just having that shit up, just like Maze, just having it up there with a nice light, just showing it off. That is badass, man.
Yeah, see, the Boss ME25 has a wah pedal built into it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm looking at one right now on eBay for $80 used.
Yeah.
Now, anybody that's actually watching,
And literally,
I don't know
it has
how many people
every
we
effect that Boss has. Every pedal that Boss has come out with
have.
is in that.
Really?
And not only that, you can mix and match individually because I have mine programmed. And not only that, it has a loop feature, so you can sit there and hold down the two pedals, and then you can play, like if you wanted to play the rhythm part,
Yeah.
and then let off of it, it will continue to play the rhythm part, and then you can go back and you can play lead over top of it, and you can go back and it has a loop effect on it. This thing does a ton of things, the ME25.
That's awesome. But like I was going to tell everybody that, if there's anybody actually watching, if you ever want to pick up guitar, I tell you now, whatever you're trying to mimic, if you're like a country fan or something, that's the only time I would tell you to actually start with like an acoustic. If you want to play rock music, always start with an electric guitar. Number one, electric guitar is easier to play than an acoustic.
Yeah.
Start where you're going to be familiar because I'm telling you, acoustic guitars, you got to push down on that string a lot damn harder than you do on a damn electric.
Yeah, and then listen to. I'm trying to remember the name of the song. Ricky Skaggs.
Yeah, the frets are different, and then of course you're not going to have as low a action on it, so it's a little more difficult to play. But I mean, if you learn playing that, going to electric is absolutely easy.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Yeah. These two gold fuckers right here are my mains. I actually don't play the two big amp heads very much, and there's a couple of micro amps up there, 4 Rockmans, this little Vox thing, and that little, I forget the name of the brand, Motone.
Yeah,
it's called a Heart Attack. And my next step up from all this shit's probably going to be kind of like where Craig's at right now with amp modeling and just software, because it's gotten so good. You don't need this shit anymore. I mean, you really don't. I mean, you can use it for the the nostalgia and the fun of it, or if you just prefer it. But
well, and the other thing is you can play through your amp. So you could have regular distortion or your regular settings on your amp that you're playing through, and if you just wanted to add chorus, reverb, delay, anything else, you can just do that with the pedal and still play through the amp without adding any other effect to it.
Yep, you can line it all up and it's on a device like the Boss. It's going to be totally clean. It's not going to be like plugging in a shitload of pedals where you got a risk of chord noise.
Feedback. You got that feedback loop, and you got to worry about the daisy chain, and because that's what I had originally was a big stomp box with about 15 pedals on it.
and if you want that Jimi Hendrix sound, you got to get the wah-wah pedals, right?
Fuzz face.
Well, the wah is in the ME25.
Fuzz face, you said?
Wah-wah, yes. Wah-wah's part of Hendrix's sound too, but yeah, if you want like his distortion, it's fuzz. He used fuzz.
Yeah. It's fuzz.
Yeah, anything with fuzz.
Fuzz pedal.
Or he just got on stage and cranked his Marshalls all the way up to 10 and blew his eardrums out.
It's fucking nut, right? Fuzz. All right.
Jimmy was one of the last that really went off the cuff, wherever he was.
That was the LSD and the acid.
That
Yeah.
too. That too.
So messed up, man, that he fucking drowned in his vomit, man.
And depending on what stories you read about his death, supposedly the paramedics could have saved him, but he's dead. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's sad trying to answer that question.
That's racist.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Don't
How
let
dare I?
AOC know. Don't let AOC know, because she'll be like, oh, the reason he didn't, because he's a person of color.
All right, guys, I'm calling it a night. I got to be up early in the morning. We're getting Dawn a new car tomorrow. So
Yeah, my phone's on like 10%. So
yeah,
Do you ever get that guitar, John?
yeah, I just haven't had time to go pick it up yet.
Hmm.
I've been on the road so damn much. I'll get it tomorrow.
that's like having a Padme doll and not having time to try it out.
Pretty much. Pretty much. But I'm going to have to get a decent amp.
Well, mine wasn't. I've got the 50-watt Vox,
Mhm.
but I mean, it's a tube amp. It's not like a modeling amp. So
I see Yamahas go on sale here all the time for cheap. And I'll probably pick one up. I can probably grab one for about $75.
yeah, if you can get your hand on any orange,
Mhm.
they're good.
Yeah.
Get an
Yeah.
orange amp if you can get one.
They even make a
Things
little
rock.
like micro amp now that sounds just as good as the big ones.
Oh, really?
Yes. Their micro orange sounds just as freaking good as the big one.
Really?
Really.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, and it's literally like that big.
Yeah, a lot of these companies now, the major companies like PV and Marshall and shit, they're making these little amps now, the micro amps for, people that live in an apartment situation like me, and they just only want like 5 to 10 watts of power, maybe 20.
And if you get the orange, it has an output jack. So if you do decide that you want to do an output with it,
Yeah.
you can actually have a speaker cabinet go out from it, and it'll come out through the speaker cabinet.
Oh,
Plus,
that's
it has the
awesome.
phone jack.
That's awesome. The big thing that I'm looking at too, though, is making sure it's got a damn headphone jack.
It does. The orange has
Okay.
a headphone jack, but the orange out of all the minis is the only one that has the external speaker option.
Okay. Okay.
But it's a bad dude. I mean, it is a bad dude. Now my Vox, I mean, it's an all tube amp, but I took, of course, like everybody else. I mean, I took the speaker out and put in a greenback, and I took the tubes out and changed them out with EL60s. Because I have a buddy that has like 100 original EL60 tubes, so it's pretty freaking spot on.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's pretty badass, and I only paid like $200 for it, brand freaking new.
Nice.
And it's like I said, it's a 50-watt with two 12s in it.
I did that with my 1970s Big M cabinet here like 3 years ago. That's a fucking $500 speaker replacement job right there. You can't see it because the cabinet's sealed up, but yeah, those greenbacks are nice, but you will pay for them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but you just it's a greenback.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Let me get out of here, and I will talk to everyone tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah,
no
me
doubt,
too.
man.
I think
All right, man.
I'm
All
about
right,
to run
guys.
an hour again.
Definitely, man.
So my phone always dies in the middle of a lie.
It's all right, man. So you guys, man, everybody, thanks for joining. This is the end of the fucking Toxicity Boys. Otherwise than that, man, we'll catch you next time. God bless. Stay vigilant. Peace, guys.
See ya.
All right, fellas.